Now before we get into today's video, I wanted to share with you all some big news, and it may not be big news to some of y'all, but for me it's big news because stuff like this doesn't happen every day. As a matter of fact, it's never happened before, and big shout out to Sean Klein for telling me about it because I probably wouldn't have known about it otherwise, but he commented in yesterday's video telling me that Ghost Recon's official Twitter page gave one of my videos a shout out the other day. And the video they gave a shout out for was the Predator mission video, and honestly I can't even believe it. Like, their official Twitter page gave one of my videos a shout out. So yeah, thanks to Sean Klein for telling me about it, and thanks to Ghost Recon for shouting me out in one of your tweets. I appreciate it. But yeah, for today's video I just wanted to go over the new tier 1 game mode. And as of right now, I believe I'm a tier 38 level, and basically I'm just going to be sharing with you all the basics as well as some tips that I came across when leveling up my tier level. So alright, so the first thing I wanted to point out is that you can upgrade your weapon's damage. Once you enter tier 1, the stats on your weapon's going to change, and in order to increase the damage, all you have to do is go to your weapon and either click view in gunsmith or edit. Once you select that option, you'll see a new option that says damage upgrade, and if you look towards the bottom right, you can see the upgrade requirements. Another thing I noticed when it comes to upgrade requirements is that it will cost more and more supplies the more you level up your weapon. So what I would recommend doing is pick a weapon you know you're going to want to use before you start spending all of your supplies on all of your weapons, because it will cost a lot of supplies in order to fully upgrade your weapons. And I believe the highest level for weapons is level 30, so make sure you spend your supplies on weapons you know you're going to want to use. And speaking of weapons, I also came across a couple of new weapons, one of them being called the LVOAC Bad News, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it real quick. From here you can see the new weapon skin on it, and it also looks like it has a grenade launcher as well as a suppressor. And yeah, that's what the LVOAC Bad News looks like. And you're gonna get this weapon once you reach a level of tier 5. So that's one of the new weapons that I noticed. Another new weapon is this Desert Tech HTI BDC, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this one looks like as well. And you're gonna get this sniper once you reach a tier level of 40. So that's how I already have this one unlocked. But yeah, that's what that looks like. Also, I'm not sure if y'all have noticed this or not, but if you go to your sidearms, it looked like there's a new weapon called Santa Blanca Scorpion. And I don't recall ever seeing this Scorpion before. I'm not sure if we're gonna get this with the live season challenge or something like that, but yeah, I also wanted to point this out as well. I believe this is a new Scorpion, or at least I've never seen it before. And the last thing I should point out is that you can upgrade your damage on every weapon, including your DLC weapons. Like, this is the weapon that we got with the Division DLC, and as you can see, we can also upgrade the damage of this weapon as well. So you can upgrade the damage of every weapon. Now I guess the first thing I should point out is that in order to activate the tier 1 game mode, you need to pull up your menu and then go to the tier 1 tab, and it'll give you the option to activate it from there. And on this screen you can see what your tier level is, how much tier XP you need in order to reach the next level. You can also see the rewards you're going to get once you reach the next tier. Towards the bottom, it's going to tell you which difficulties you can play in order to get tier XP. You can also deactivate the tier mode by either changing your difficulty to a level that's not allowed, or by using the deactivate option at the bottom right. And towards the right of the screen, it's going to show you the average tier of the players in your squad. Another thing I should point out is I believe every 5 tier levels you reach, you're going to get an increase in the amount of supplies you get, and you also get a reward every 5 levels. Now to this point I've only leveled up to a tier 38, but I've already gotten the new helmet that I'm wearing, I already got that mask that I'm wearing, and I also got that new HTI, Desert Tech HTI. So those are the 3 items that I've gotten so far. As for the items I haven't gotten yet, once you reach tier 35, you're gonna get this, it says red sheet mag, but it looks kind of gray or black to me, I don't know. Once you reach tier 30, you're gonna get this Old Glory tattoo. When you reach tier 25, you're gonna get the Galea face paint. At tier 15, you're gonna get this operator mask. At tier 10, you're gonna get this 1%er tattoo. Like I said earlier, when you reach tier 5, you're gonna get the LVOAC Bad News assault rifle. So those are the rewards you're gonna get every 5 levels. The amount of XP you're gonna need in order to level up is going to increase every time you level up. And you're also gonna get more supplies. I believe every 5 levels it changes. You get more and more as you level up. One way you can level up quicker is by using XP boosters. And the way you use them is to go to either your skills or loadout and then click on the stats option, which is in the bottom left. And from here you can see boosters activation, and from here you can see the tier 1 booster. So yeah, the tier 1 booster is going to last for 1 hour. It's going to have a 50% efficiency on you or whoever the person is that used it, and it's going to have a 25% efficiency on the teammates who are in the same squad. And if you look below it, you can see the challenge page. We're going to go ahead and select that. So I believe completing all solo, task force, and community challenge will give you that booster, but I don't have it yet, so I believe we also have to complete the community challenge as well. So that's one way you can level up your tier level quicker. The other 3 ways you can get XP for your tier 1 level is by completing the solo challenges. I believe you get 2500 XP every time you complete one solo challenge, as well as 2500 units of resources or supplies. The next way you can get XP is by completing side missions. If you look towards the right of the screen, you can see how many tier XP points you're gonna get. So for this one we'll get 500, for this one we'll get 500, and so on and so forth. And I believe that changes as well. It kind of depends on what your tier is. So right now I'm tier 38, and this is how much XP we're getting for each of these side missions. You can also get XP by killing enemies, and the last way you can get XP is by completing regular story missions. And there's a couple things I should point out when it comes to the XP you get. Not all of the missions give the same amount of XP. So if you're trying to level up as quickly as you can, you definitely want to pay attention to how much XP that story mission gives before you do it. Another thing I should point out when it comes to XP is that you also get more XP when you play on extreme as compared to any other difficulty like advanced. At tier 38, I'm not going to get any tier XP for playing on arcade or regular. And we're going to go ahead and use this train graveyard mission as an example. As you can see here, when I have the difficulty on advanced, I get 1760 tier points. But if we change the difficulty to extreme, we get a total of 2000 tier points. So you're going to get more XP if you play on extreme as compared to any other difficulty. And again, at this point, I can only get tier XP for advanced and extreme. So again, you want to keep that in mind when you're doing missions. The harder the difficulty, the more XP you're going to get. And the last thing I should point out when it comes to doing these missions is that you're only going to want to do the high XP mission once every level. Because let's say, for example, this train graveyard mission gives 2000 XP. If I were to do it now and I would still be level 38 afterwards, this mission would only give 1000 XP. But as soon as I level up to tier level 37, it's going to return back to 2000 XP. So with that being said, you're going to want to do quick missions once for every tier level. That way you get the maximum amount of XP. Because again, if you try to do it twice during the same level, it's only going to give you half of the amount the second time you do it. So you're going to want to do quick missions, and you're going to want to do missions only once for each tier level. I know that may have sounded confusing, but I think that's the best way I can explain it. Anyways, I think in tomorrow's video, I'm gonna upload a list of missions that can be completed within, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes that give the most tier XP. I'm gonna try to get that uploaded maybe tomorrow. But yeah, you definitely want to try to do missions that are quick. You want to do them on extreme. It doesn't matter whether or not you want to use the HUD or not. It's up to you because it doesn't really affect the XP at all. But yeah, if you're trying to level up quick, just look at the amount of XP that the mission gives and compare it to the amount of XP that other missions give. As you can tell here in Kiwani, all of the missions give the most amount of XP, but you also want them to be quick missions. So with that being said, I'm going to be uploading some gameplay of some missions that give the most tier XP, and I'm going to show you how you can complete those missions on extreme as quickly as possible. And I'm going to try to get those gameplays uploaded over the next week or so, and once I make a list of quick and easy missions that give good tier XP, I'll upload a video of that as well. So yeah, to sum things up, don't forget to upgrade the damage on your weapons, and there's a few different ways on how you can level up your tier level. Completing live season challenges is going to give you XP boosters. Completing live season solo challenges is going to give you XP. Completing side missions and regular story missions is also going to give you tier XP. And if you complete one mission and you're still the same tier level, it's only going to give you half of the amount of XP that it usually gives. So you're only going to want to do each mission just once for each tier level. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do a mission real quick. This is one of the missions that give the most tier XP, and this one's in the Kiwani province and it's called Train Graveyard. It only takes a couple of minutes to complete, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through this one, and you can add this to the missions you do every tier level because it's a quick and easy mission and it gives the most XP. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly run through it and explain what I'm doing and what we have to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and alert the enemies first. So the lieutenant leaves.
Looks like Bowman was right. What's the play, boss? Just find the asshole in charge and see what he can tell us. That's a tour group. I'll eat my fucking boot. You think this is connected to Reed? Only one way to find out. What about the friendlies? We'll cut them loose if we can, but it's not our priority. Clear? Clear. Good eyes on the Santa Blanca, Lieutenant. Looks like he may be the man we're looking for. Got it. Remember, we need him alive.
So basically all we're doing now is waiting for the lieutenant to drive up here. And basically we're just gonna EMP his car and then interrogate him. So right now we're just waiting on him to drive up here. You want to try to hide out so he doesn't see you, because if he sees you, it'll make your drone go away. So try to hide out before he sees you.
Fuck it. I'm done fighting. Okay, listo.
There we go.
Easy. Clear over here.
Now we're just gonna take him over here out of the way because he did call for reinforcements and we don't want to get spotted, so we're just gonna take him over here real quick and then interrogate him. And that's all you have to do for this mission. It literally takes you 2 or 3 minutes to complete. So I think this is pretty good right here. Yep.
Take it easy, okay? Calmate, pues. Let's talk about this. Maybe we can make a deal.
So yeah, that pretty much sums up the tips that I've come across. Again, I'm only a tier level 38 at the moment.
What about these people? Where are they from?
I am going to be uploading some more gameplays of high XP tier missions over the next couple of days. I may also do like a top 10 tier XP mission video over the next couple of days. I'm going to just run through some more missions, see which ones you can do quickly and easily. And yeah, be on the lookout for that. But this mission's definitely one of those missions. We got 2000 XP, but we're only a tier 38. The higher you level up, the more XP you're gonna get from these missions. But yeah, that's one of the high XP quick missions. That's how you complete it quickly. And as you can see right here, now that we've completed the mission, it only gives 1000 XP. And that's because we didn't level up. Once we reach tier level 37, it will go back to 2000 or go back to being one of the high XP missions. So definitely want to keep that in mind when you're doing these campaign story missions. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. If y'all enjoyed it or found it useful, don't forget to drop a like. I'm A1. Thanks for watching.